What's up? I'm back at my car wash, and this time we're going to do an in-depth tutorial video. I already did one tutorial video a few months back, but it was nowhere near as detailed as this one's going to be. So if you're not looking to, sit here and watch super in-depth car wash tutorial video, you can check that one out, but I think you guys are going to like this one even better. So please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get started. All right, so starting right off, we've got the change machines. This is what keeps me running. The quarters go up top in here. And then of course, when someone puts $1 in from the outside, it goes into this thing here. And then it spits quarters out over there. So I fill these up every day. You gotta make sure the quarters are dry or it won't work. This is another one right here. So I've got two of these, which is very important to have because I've had one of these go out before, and luckily I had the other one in use, and I was able to keep business flowing and everything. So the way this works is you just take it off, and then you can see the dollar bills in there. I just cleaned it out yesterday, so not too many people have been here today, but that's how that works. And then you've got your little lights here that tell you what's going on with it. If it's messed up, it'll tell you what the problem is right there. And then we're moving on over to my shelves, which is a little messier than I'd like to admit. I usually try to keep it pretty nice, but sometimes I'm in a rush doing stuff and I just leave it. So right here, these are some tools that I got that came with the car wash. All this I actually bought from Home Depot. There's an old motor that literally doesn't even work. I need to get it out of here, but those are extremely heavy. This is my DVR that connects to my monitors and to my cameras, which shoot up and go outside. This right here keeps me very organized because it's got all these labels on them, like if I need a wire nut, shark bite, or something like that. That's all of that good stuff. Some extra capacitors. And then I've got all of this stuff, gloves, just some random things that you use. Like if I have to call my car wash mechanic out here, he may need one of these pieces. And then I have my own little stash here that I actually use on my vehicles to detail them and stuff. So this is my own little personal stash here. Some gloves. And then I have a Clean Right catalog. This is where I get all my supplies from, right there. This, as I showed in another video, this is for my vacuums. And then just some more little things, glue, hand sanitizer, stuff like that. And then I've got some storage up there. Now, this is my air compressor. If you are interested in buying a car wash and you go and you look for one of the, you go look at one to buy, make sure you check this out. This can be a very expensive piece of equipment. Mine is very new, so I don't have to worry about it for a while. I mean, you can really see how new this thing is right here. So right here, it's just a 15-gallon bucket of my foam brush soap. Sometimes I do store it in here. I have another storage building out back that I put stuff in. Now, this is my reverse osmosis machine right here. Now, let me make a note. This thing right here, this air compressor, and they don't have anything that I have to do to them daily. I don't touch this thing. I don't touch this thing. I don't mess with it. So these are things that isn't something that you're going to have to come in and check and regulate, stuff like that. If there was to be a problem with one of these, I'd probably just call my car wash mechanic down here. All right, now we're gonna get into the soaps. So this big barrel right here, this is my foam brush. And of course, it draws it out of here, mixes with water in this tank, and then it sends it out. You can kind of see where some's going through the pipes right there. And then it goes up, and then this distributes it through all of my bays. I've got 3 bays on that side and 3 bays out on that side. So those tubes, hoses are all up in the attic running whichever way they need to go. Those are some backup hoses. So those are for my bays. So if you'll look in my bay, that is something that connects to the foam brush, and that connects to my high pressure hose in my bays. Every once in a while, one of these may go out, and those are really cheap and easy to replace, not bad. And it's usually easy to tell if one of those has gone out or not. Now this right here, this is the pre-soak. Both of these smell amazing. This is grape scent, grape scent. I get a lot of compliments on those because people love them. So that's pre-soak, foam brush, and then you've got tire cleaner over here. The tire cleaner is kind of like a minty scent. People like it too. I used to have like I think it was cherry, but they like this better for some reason. But you can, you know, there's barely that's any left in there. I'm actually gonna have to put some more in there and mix it soon. So those three work all the same. Since we're over this way, let's take a break from the equipment and talk about what the heck this contraption is. How many of you know what this is? Drop it in the comments if you do. Most people don't, because I get questions all the time like, what is that? Well, this thing is awesome. I love it to death. It's like a commercial industrial vacuum cleaner. So, you know, you have the vacuum cleaners for your house that vacuum the carpet and stuff. Well, this thing vacuums the parking lot, and you'd be surprised at how many things there are that you can't get up in your parking lot with your bare hands. And this baby is awesome. And then when it gets full, you just take that off, dump it out, and then put it back on. You're ready to go again. So this thing is heaven sent. I highly recommend you get one if you're someone who's already bought your car wash or you're looking to buy your car wash in the near future. Now, this right here is like gonna be a 3-in-1, because this blue water softener machine, that thing, and that all work together to create my spot-free rinse. And what the heck's my spot-free rinse? My spot-free rinse is oxidized water, so that when they spray water on it, when they get done washing their car, it does not leave water spots on it. So you've got to add salt into that tank. I'll show you that in a second. And this right here, I've never had to mess with it. I never had to mess with this. This automatically comes on just whenever it kicks itself on, and it'll fill itself up to about right there. And yeah, these three just work together to oxidize the water, and that's what the salt's for. All right, so I took the lid off of this so you guys can see. The key to this is you always want to be able to see salt. Now, I may come in here tomorrow or the next day, and all I'll see is dirty water, and there'll be no salt. And I'll be like, oh, like I know that I need to tear open one of those bags and add the salt in here until I can see it again. Right now, it's good. Now, today's Friday. I may come in here on Sunday, and it's completely gone, and I'll just have to add some. So this is something. This is the first thing I've shown yet that is something that you really do have to watch and maintain. You know, that automatically regulates itself. This automatically regulates itself. And this does not. So this is something you have to add salt to. Now, I asked my car wash mechanic, I said, I was like, why is the water dirty in this? I was like, is that bad? I don't want to be getting people's cars dirty. He said it was the dirt off of the salt, and that it was fine, not to worry about anything if that water was a little dirty. So, therefore, I don't worry about anything. Now, I am going to show you, this is a 300-gallon tank. So, this baby is huge. It works wonders. My spot-free rinse is great. And then you can see also behind these things, I've got some tools hung on the wall, just some shovels out of the way, because I use those quite a bit to shovel mud and stuff. I'm sure most of you know what this piece of equipment is right here. This is just a water heater, but I love this water heater because this separates me from many other surrounding car washes, simply because a lot of them have cold water. This gives me hot water, and my customers love it because it cuts through dirt and bugs and, you know, grime a lot better than cold water. It also mixes with my chemicals a lot better, and people come from miles around just to use my wash because of how big of a difference this hot water makes when washing your car. Now moving over to here, these are the pumps and motors for all 6 of my bays. Of course, I have 6 self-service bays. Those are some contactors, a lot of wiring and stuff right there. I have had to replace a couple of those. You can see those are fairly new right there, but not often. And right here, you can see this is my pump and this is my motor. So I actually got 3 new motors recently, and then I'm gonna replace those at some point as well. These work amazing. These run, I can't remember exactly, I'll look it up, but this is around like $1,000 a piece, I believe. This is like 570, sometimes 540. These fluctuate so much for some reason when you're gonna buy them. But basically, this is responsible for my high pressure stuff. So, you know, tire cleaner, pre-soak, those are very low pressure things. They're just gonna barely mist when you spray them out. These are gonna blast out, you know, that high pressure stuff that really works well. And then you can see my tanks. This is kind of what's in the back of a toilet to, you know, tell the water or tell the solenoid when to stop, you know, filling up the water. So, and then this is just like a regular garden hose spigot thing here. And all these come together right here in these lines, and they go up and out. Go up and out all through my ceiling, just like over there. And yeah, so what's high pressured here is my wax and my soap. These two both get high pressure, and of course my rinse as well. So yeah, these are on this same side, and this is my wax tank, and this is my soap tank right there. From my wax and soap tank, I have my breaker boxes here, and then I have my lights. All my lights are on a timer, so it'll kick on when it gets like almost 7:30ish. Right there. They'll kick off when it's almost 9 a.m. The only time I ever have to touch this is when we have daylight saving times, and I have to either kick it back an hour or kick it up an hour. But this is pretty, you know, self-explanatory. This is nice to have because I don't even have to worry about coming down here and flipping my lights on or anything. So very nice. Never touch that. All right, now let's get up on the ladder and go to the loft, so I can show you guys how much space I have up here and what everything looks like. Okay, so on the left, I have a bunch of spare parts. I've kind of tried to organize this up here since I've gotten it, but it's not even the greatest. So I do have backup vacuum parts and stuff like that. I've got everything labeled so I know what it is. This is my old hopper. It doesn't work, but I'm thinking if we replace like a fuse or something on it, it may, so I kept it. This was here when I bought it, a bunch of different locks that I don't have keys to, so I'm probably gonna end up having to throw that away. This is some extra camera pieces. This is where I keep all my vending machine stock parts and stuff. So like right here, this is glass cleaner. That's my blackjack tire cleaner. More glass cleaner. These are some, this was here when I bought it actually. These are some spare brush heads, which I've used a couple of these and replaced some that were beat up and looking bad. And then even a new brush handle right here. So that was really nice, bonus to have. Got some extra extension cords. These are some old hoses, and the only reason I'm keeping these is because let's say one of my hoses outside gets like a crack in it. I can throw one of these old ones on here that aren't necessarily bad, they just don't really look good. I can just throw one of those on there until I get a new one ordered, and I won't have to shut anything down. This right here, these are my giant towels. People love those. These are my Armor All sponges. And then all these little boxes, these rectangular boxes you see, these are all air fresheners, different scents. So like there's leather scent, that's black ice. Then I have some spare hoses over there as well, some spare belts for my machines, and then just some more vacuum hoses all right through there. So I do need to organize it again because sometimes when you're here working, you just kind of throw stuff everywhere and it gets unorganized very, very quickly. Those are a couple extra hoses as well. But yeah, you just throw stuff everywhere, which I've kind of done that. I try to keep it neat, but it does look a little bad right now. Now this is, I'm not going to go up in here, but this is what this little hole in the ceiling looks like. When you go up here, this is my attic. So I've got some heaters so when it doesn't freeze. And yeah, This is what it looks like up here. So you do have room to stand up. It's a long way down too. You do have room to stand up here, which a lot of car washes you don't. So this is super nice because if I have to get up here to fix a leak or something, I do have to walk on these 2x4s right here, but it's not that big of a deal because I do have room to stand up. All right, so I've shown you guys this side. Now we're gonna move over to that side. And that side is honestly just my junk side over there, not gonna lie. When I bought it, there was like a bunch of, like, I don't know if the guys that owned it before me, if they just kept all their, maybe like parts that didn't work or something. I'm not sure, but there were a ton of just kind of junk pieces and stuff over there, and I left a lot of it because I thought maybe if my car wash mechanic could ever help me go through that, he could tell me whether something was salvageable or not. I just haven't done it yet, which is fine because I don't even really need that space over there anyways. But I've got some oil and stuff up there, some PVC pipe, and I find some random stuff here too. So I've also put like that rake I found up there. Found some lawn chairs, you can see. There's stuff I've found, and it's kind of like my lost and found. If someone ever wants it or is missing something, they can call my number, and I'll be glad to give it back to them. Or if they don't collect it, I just keep it on that side. So yeah, it's kind of just some extra stuff over there and stuff that I don't even use or need or think about. I never go over that side. So there you have it. I've shown you the loft, briefly in the attic, the other loft, and then everything down below, all the equipment, what it does, what I have to maintain. Now, I am releasing a video on preventative maintenance soon, so be sure to check that one out when it drops. If you have any questions, ask me below. Love answering questions, and I love to take questions and make videos out of them. So your questions always give me great video ideas. This was actually one by a viewer as well. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you got value from this. If you want to see how I bought a car wash at 22 with no credit, no money down, click the link in my bio and check out my passive income blueprint. I think it'll help you a ton. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.